Welcome in.
Welcome
to the Wagon
Show.
Can't believe we're back.
We're back.
I'm so excited.
We're all the way
Do you know how
back.
depressed I am when we're not filming?
Yeah.
I wish we could do this 100 times
A
of
week.
the day. 100 million times.
Do you know what I thought about all week?
What's that?
The next
Me?
time I'm gonna. Yep. The next time I get to sit across from you at a table and record our audio, that they're just giving out to anyone nowadays. By the way.
No. They gave it to us.
We earned it.
We earned it.
We earned these stripes.
We earned it.
Since we're the first ever sports podcast. Welcome to the first ever sports podcast, The Wagon Show.
Presented by YouTube, TikTok, Instagram, and Twitter.
Yes.
X.
And
they all
OnlyFans.
And yeah, well,
We're on OnlyFans.
That's our Patreon.
Exclusive.
Our Patreon. You can actually pay $10.99 to get our Patreon.
We do
extended episodes.
No. It's the same episode, same exact words and everything. No clothes.
None.
None.
Not even for Leonard.
No.
If you can believe
we
it.
take all Leonard's clothes off.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's how the show opens.
Yep.
Yep.
We should do a little.
No.
I haven't heard from Leonard in a while.
Don't do it. Yep, please. Go, Sean.
Whose birthday is it?
Shotty's.
Shotty's?
Yeah.
It was someone's birthday today, though.
Are these just sports questions for our intro game that we've been playing?
Yes, and one can be Boston sports.
Got it.
Yeah, so we're going to do our intro game. If you haven't been listening, then fuck off. I don't care.
Yeah. I hate you.
Yeah.
I hate you.
You'll figure out how the game works.
I hate you.
Okay. Basically, you pick a year and ask questions and try and figure out what year it is.
You'll get it.
That was the end.
You'll
All right, do you
figure
want
it
to go
out.
first or do you want me to go first?
Sure, you can go first.
As far as asking the questions?
Whatever. I defer.
Okay, so I'll ask you the questions
Okay,
first.
sounds good.
Okay, in your year, who was the NBA champion? I think I asked all the same questions last time, and I'm gonna ask the same ones again.
I'm pretty sure I know it, but I'm just gonna confirm. I'm pretty positive. Yeah, the Lakers.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
Sucks for you.
We're doing from 1980 on, huh?
It's from 1980 onwards.
Okay.
Yeah, the Lakers. So that sucks.
Okay. Who was the point guard for the Celtics?
I'm pretty sure.
Go ahead.
Dennis Johnson. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so we're in
DJ.
the 80s.
Yeah, it's DJ.
We're in the 80s.
Yeah. Yeah.
Now I'm fucked.
Yeah.
Now I'm
Yeah.
fucked.
Yeah.
What years did the Lakers win? I mean, obviously we won 86. Fuck, they could have won any time. It could be the 90s. The Lakers won
I don't know.
in the early 90s, I think.
I have no
they
idea.
won like 90 and 91.
No clue.
Dennis Johnson, huh?
Yeah.
Fuck. What? I don't even know what other question would help me.
Who
won the Premier League for cricket?
Okay. The Indian Premier League?
Yeah.
I
I've
don't
been
know.
studying. Imagine I pull this out of my hat.
I mean, let me take a look.
Yeah,
Let me take a look at past champions.
I'm pretty sure.
Unfortunately, it started in 2008. So, with the Rahasvan Royals winning.
Okay, do I get another question?
Sure.
Okay.
You fucking terrorist. What do you want?
I don't know.
Okay.
I don't even know
Are
what
you
to ask.
kidding me?
I don't know any.
1988. It was 1988.
That was going to be my guess. I was actually going to guess 87.
Okay. 1988.
Okay. I guess the strategy here is just to go 80s.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. All right, let's go.
All right, my turn.
Yep. Got it or no? You're going to switch me up by not going 80s.
Oh, am I?
I don't know.
Okay.
I don't know you very well.
All right, go ahead.
Who was the NBA MVP that year?
I guess I could have went with that question. One Sir Magic Johnson.
Magic Johnson was.
Yeah.
Okay, good.
AIDS,
Good.
man.
Good. And who was the NBA champion that year?
The Pistons.
Huge. That's huge for me.
Yeah.
That's huge for me. Okay. All right. I mean,
That's what I'm saying. In your brain, it's like,
it's one or the other.
what do we know?
It's one or the other.
Oh, you know the two ones?
Yeah.
What are they?
I'm not telling you because
Why?
it's a secret. I need. All right.
Like, what trivia question right now is going to tell you which year it is?
I'm thinking.
I gotta start doing research.
I'm thinking.
This is
just
terrible.
sports show.
This is terrible podcasting.
Well, I'm thinking. Still.
No, I'm not saying just on your end. I'm saying
Just in general.
I came up with this game. I was like, this is gonna be perfect, and then I
gonna be
realized
great.
we seem like idiots that don't know a single thing
Thing about sports.
Yeah.
It's us being authentic.
We're just, yeah,
Sorry.
we're genuine.
We can talk about our feelings.
The most genuine sports podcast.
How about that? All right. Give me the NFL champion. I have a slight idea.
San Francisco 49ers.
Okay.
Was that your idea?
Nope. I'm going 1990.
Okay. Wrong. 89.
Fuck.
All right. So we both.
I'm pretty sure they might have also won a 90 to be
Yeah,
fair.
I think they won back to back.
They
All right, so we
could.
both lose. Sweet.
Both a year off, if you can believe it.
Yes.
Another good performance from us.
Another one.
This
We'll get it
stupid
close.
game.
We'll get it close.
Stupid
We get it
game.
close. We'll get it soon.
We will.
All right. What else is going on?
I don't know. I watched
Sports?
Black Mass. So that was pretty cool.
Okay.
Mob stuff in
Yeah.
Boston. Boston, underrated mob city, historically speaking.
Yeah, I think.
At least in my brain.
Yeah, in your brain, maybe as well as in my brain. I think not really in reality. I mean, as far as cities go,
I feel like no one talks about them. They're right behind everyone else, but they're there.
name 3 other cities that are more famous for mob stuff.
Chicago,
1.
New York.
Okay.
Miami.
No, that's like.
It's different.
Yeah.
That's different.
That's like
It's not
drug dealers.
organized. I mean, is New Jersey, New York all the same thing?
Yeah.
Yeah. Birmingham,
Alabama.
Peaky Blinders. England, the Peaky Blinders, maybe.
Maybe.
That's all I got.
All right, sweet. Do you want to talk about football?
Yeah, let's
Football's
talk about
happening.
football. Football
It's,
happened.
Week 2 just happened,
Week 2 just happened.
and we'll get to the Patriots stuff
No, now.
now.
We're going to talk about the Patriots now.
Right now.
Hello.
Hello.
Welcome in. Back
Back from the break.
from the break. And back with our Patriots Insider. Welcome back to the program, Jackson Tolliver.
Fan
Thanks for
favorite.
joining
Everyone
us.
was asking for your return.
The YouTube,
right.
best YouTube video views we've
that is
had
true.
easily, but from your appearance. So you're
Yeah,
a
I'm
moneymaker.
kind of famous, kind of a big deal.
It's gotta be what it is.
I'm not really an insider anymore. I know just as much as everybody else at this point. It's like now we're just talking about the games. There's not much insider info.
Former insider though.
Yeah. Former insider. Yeah, I'm pretty sure we talked about a Brandon Ayuk trade.
Yep.
That didn't work out.
That didn't happen.
No.
But
a lot has changed, but I'm happy to be here as always. Thanks for having me.
amazing.
Yeah.
Amazing. You know
all right.
the ins and outs.
So we haven't talked a lot about the Patriots since anything's really happened.
Yeah, we kind of breezed over at week 1 because we were like, we don't want to get too ahead
We
of
don't want
ourselves.
to overreact.
Yeah.
Which I guess was fair after that week 2 tough loss, but sitting 1-1 now, better than probably most people thought. I
At
would
least
assume.
the product on the field wise, I would say.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Jacoby Brissett has looked serviceable.
He plays. The offensive line has been what has stood out for me.
Okay, we'll get into it.
Yeah.
I think they're terrible.
Okay.
Do you wanna...
You're insane. Let's start with Jackson. What has impressed you the most about the Patriots thus far?
Okay, first and foremost on the list is Gonzo.
Yeah.
Christian Gonzalez has been lights out. If you look at DK Metcalf's number the last game, it looks way worse than it was. But when he was actually covering him, I believe he helped to just 27 yards. The blown play, from what Duggar said, was his fault. Wasn't Gonzo's fault. Seems like they were sitting in zone, and Christian Gonzalez was supposed to sit up in the flat like that, and Duggar was supposed to trail DK, but they were running no huddle that entire possession, which they talked about in the broadcast, which just sort of threw everything out of whack. That's on the coaching as well as it's on Duggar for making that mental mistake and miscommunication, whatever. But first game, he was obviously great. Now, Jamar Chase, I don't really know, if he's top Jamar Chase right now. Obviously didn't really go through a whole entire training camp. Is going through the whole contract dispute. So take that performance for what it is. But if you look at the body of work that Christian Gonzalez has put together so far, in the 4 games he had last year, he had A.J. Brown, he had Tyreek Hill, he had CeeDee Lamb for a little bit, I believe, because he got injured in that Dallas game.
A few snaps.
He
had Waddle for a few snaps as well.
Year. It was Garrett Wilson. Yeah, Jalen Waddle as well. So if you look at the body of work that he's put together against the top receivers in the NFL, really, he's had all the top guys pretty much. He hasn't had Jefferson or Amon-Ra St. Brown, but he's had Tyreek. He's had a lot of those top dogs, and he's really done well. He's really limited those guys, so he's number 1 on my list. Number 2 is Keon White.
Yeah.
I've been really happy from what I've seen with Keon White. Obviously, that first game, he was lights out. Last game, he was a little bit worse, but still I thought he was one of your best defenders besides Gonzo. He was definitely the best rusher that we had. And then third would be Ramondre. I thought Ramondre's done really well. The line hasn't helped him at all. I think if he had a serviceable O-line, he would be a top 5 back in the league.
I agree.
He's just done so well after contact, and that's really all the numbers you have to see is how well you're doing after contact, because the line's not helping you and getting you clean holes to run through. So how can you run after contact? And he's done a great job with that. So those three things I've been really impressed with. If you had, had me on the podcast last week, I would have said coaching is in that group as well. I thought the coaching in the first game was really well. I thought they pitched a great coaching, almost masterpiece in that first game against the Bengals. Did everything right, and that's sort of what the Patriots have to do to win a game because of that talent disparity. You have to do everything right. And I thought Gerard Mayo, the game plan was great. The guys were ready to play. The conditioning was great. This last game, I think they got out-coached, especially down the stretch. Seattle made really good adjustments defensively and started really playing a lot of more man defense so that you could, sort of contain Hunter Henry because he was just tearing up that zone throughout the first half. So they made great adjustments, and I think the Patriots couldn't really counter that. So we'll see how that, continues to go as the season goes on. But those 3-4-ish things have really impressed me so far.
Yeah, I'd agree. I'd say for me after game one, it was like I was going in expecting the offensive line to be like the worst I've ever seen. Game one was actually pretty sweet, pretty solid, especially helping Ramondre, in my opinion, the run game. This last game against Seattle wasn't really anything special. It still wasn't quite what I thought it was going to be. It's still definitely more impressive than I thought it was going to be, but it wasn't anything to write home about against Seattle.
Yeah, I saw something that we've only been blitzed 6 times in the last 2 games and still have allowed a pressure rate of like 45%. So that could be why it seems like we're not getting smoked and Jacoby's not getting sacked every other play.
Because they don't need to.
I think Jacoby's bailing them out of some sacks though. Because the way that he's been maneuvering around the pocket has been really impressive to me. That's been the one thing about his game that I didn't really expect. His movements are great. The play in the last game where it looked like he was going to get a safety, and he did a couple little dive moves, and really Hunter Henry should have had that catch. That was one of the sideline. So I think Jacoby's kind of bailing them out a little bit, but the line's definitely your biggest concern. I mean, it's either the line or the receivers, and are the receivers not doing well because Jacoby doesn't have enough time to find them? Or is it because they can't create separation? Or is it both? It's probably both.
Couple clips of Pop Douglas with acres of green grass around him. That really got me upset.
It's tough.
Yeah,
and the Lions just seems to be, I mean, this was a tough week. Couple injuries and whatever. Chuksa Okorafor was like, I'm out.
Just like leaving? Yeah. I don't know what that's
done.
about.
Nothing,
just
no
like deciding.
I
mean, hopefully everything's okay with him. But they're saying he's considering being done with football.
Okay.
Yeah. What?
I don't know what that's about.
Fuck it.
But
unbelievable.
He had a good career.
Yeah, good run for old buddy.
He had a fine career, and he was benched in the first game, and maybe they told him he was going to get benched again, and he didn't like it. I don't know. It's a weird situation, but whatever. More time for the young guys.
Yeah, good Lord.
Yeah. Speaking of young guys, we'll just get right into it. Where are we at with Drake May? What are your thoughts? I know Matt is kind of like, let's just throw this guy in.
It seems like this team, this Patriots team, might just be a young, dynamic quarterback away from being a playoff
He's leading rookie quarterbacks in touchdown passes.
He is. He's tied for first.
Well, right, and I think that's the exact thing that you have to look at is like Caleb Williams and Jaden Daniels are being thrown behind pretty awful offensive lines, and they're not producing. So that's the thing. It's like you don't want to put him in a situation where, A, he loses confidence because he can't get any time to throw and he's making bad plays. And B, he develops bad habits, which is, throwing not like, you don't have a clean pocket. You don't know how to read your progressions right. But the counterpoint to that is, well, when's it going to get fixed? Because it's not this season. So what are you going to just sit him for the whole year?
Right.
Because I don't see this offensive line, you don't have an all-pro tackle or an all-pro guard who's ready to show up.
Oh, Cole Strange.
Tomorrow. Oh, yeah, sure. I don't know what's going to happen with him.
I don't know.
But like, you don't have, you had a couple guys that they could have gone after. I would have loved to see him get Tyron Smith in free agency.
Me as well.
Some guys like that. I know Bakhtiari's still sitting in the wings. I don't know or think he is fit to play. I think if he was fit to play, somebody would have scooped him up already.
Yeah.
But, yeah, it's like you don't want to rush him in because the line's bad and you don't want him to get hurt or lose his confidence, but when's it going to get better? And when is the wide receiver unit going to get better? Not this year. Hopefully they address those areas in the draft. There's no way they don't take either a tackle or a wideout in the first round. So do you wait a whole year like Mahomes style? I hope not. I want to see what the kid's got this year, and I want him to get out there. But again, it's like it's a tough situation because the personnel situation is just so bad in terms of the offensive line. And you have some guys like Layden Robinson. I thought has played really well. Caden Wallace has done well when he's been in there as sort of a jumbo tight end. Played some left tackle last week, and will probably play some tomorrow night with Vidarian Lowe out for the game with a knee injury. Not sure how severe that is.
Right.
But maybe those guys improve a lot down the stretch, and they start to get some more mesh as an offensive line unit, and then you can put them in. But I still think it's too early. I mean, and I don't know if Drake May has the ability or experience to navigate the pocket the way Jacoby Brissett has. Yes, he has a better arm, and yes, he can make throws off platform, and it'd be more exciting to watch him. But I think he would take more sacks. So it's a very delicate balance, and I don't think that there is a definitive right answer to when he's going to start. And obviously, so much of it has to do with the results, right? If they win tomorrow night, well, that's going to that might push it back. Or if they win tomorrow night, it's because the O-line played great, and that might push it forward. There's just no way of knowing when's the right time, and that's up to Gerard Mayo, and that's really going to end up being a determining factor when we look at Gerard Mayo's rookie year and his future as the head coach of this organization is when did they pull the trigger and put Drake May in as the starting quarterback, and did it work?
Yeah, you're so right. We talked about that earlier. It's such a tough spot for him being a rookie head coach, like having to decide when your new franchise quarterback comes in. I'm kind of with you. Like, I'm on the team where it's like, why rush? I know I want to see him too, but there's been so many bad stories. I mean, Bryce Young didn't even play a year and a half.
Horrible, dude. That Bryce Young thing is unbelievable.
It's crazy.
I don't know about Bryce Young. I don't know what's going on there.
I'll tell you what's going on. He's fucking garbage.
That's a nightmare, and I don't think that would happen. Fingers crossed, but that's a nightmare.
That might be an extreme, but like there's so many cases where like, what are we? I mean,
I know it's almost, and the bad habits thing is so true. It's like, I'm just of the opinion where it's like maybe Pop Douglas gets some of those looks if Drake makes.
No, I know, but like between getting him looks in week 3 versus like week 8.
No, I know
he's gonna get experience at the end of the year. We know anyway. Yeah. So like, why give him 5 extra weeks to get sacked and throw maybe a couple picks where it's like?
Because what if the offense is just really good with him?
I mean, we could do what ifs all day.
What if it's just really?
We could do what ifs all day.
What if he comes in and it's just way better?
What if he comes in and they get a wild card spot just to get bounced in the first round?
That's like greatest worst scenario for
this team is nowhere close to a Super Bowl. It's like they're not rushing to get him out there because the idea is he's a Super Bowl winning quarterback who's gonna, be a franchise guy.
Yeah.
So when he's ready, he's ready, and there's no really way to tell when he's ready. I mean, if he's tearing it up at practice and
all those snaps he's getting is interesting.
Yeah, I mean,
that's how it should be, but I mean, so many of
them. That's how you get him ready because he's not getting. There's no more preseason games. There's no more time for him to really get game reps. So you got to get him practice reps as much as you can. But there's no real right way to tell when the time is right.
Yeah. In reality, if it's a exact Mahomes situation, like he plays the last game of the year and he actually looks pretty good, like, and we get a Travis Hunter in the draft, we get a kid from Arizona in the draft, whatever.
Ted McMillan.
Yeah, Ted McMillan in the draft. And then, like, who has more hype coming into next season?
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying.
They're like, because everyone's like,
but we can spin zone it however we want. Because if he comes in now and sucks, we can't really spin zone it.
No, true. So maybe we
because then we just sound like losers being like, oh, well, year 2.
I know. We need something to talk about. So maybe we'll just keep pushing as much as we want.
The longer I can have them on ice, it's like a nice pair of shoes. You're like, dude, I got these 6 shoes.
Yeah.
One day they're going to be worth a lot of money.
Mm-hmm. It's like that thing's going to happen. It's like going to the Lax House at Emerson. It's like it's never when it happens. It's usually not great, but the idea of it's always the best part.
Yeah.
There you go. Exactly. And on the Travis Hunter thing, I think I'd rather take a tackle, honestly, just with how bad
Will Campbell
the offensive line is. But it also depends on when they pick, and
I mean, the Chargers model is proving to be effective. So
I think Joel
he's
really
a beast.
Yeah,
Joel is probably just like once.
I think he's one of those just like random
Joe Staley.
I mean, who did he have this week on the Panthers? What was his name? The defensive end. Then he held to like Joel.
I don't know.
He used to be.
I don't know.
Held him to his worst career game ever.
Okay, sweet.
Pass rushing
I love it.
Who was it?
I love it.
Fuck,
Once it gets to the 4 p.m. window, I'm kind of tuned out.
Shaq Thompson, yeah, especially
no,
that
it
game.
was
Moving on, I guess, to tomorrow night.
he played at South Carolina. Sorry.
Oh, Jadeveon Clowney.
Yes,
yeah, Jadeveon Clowney.
That guy.
Jadeveon Clowney.
Yeah, you know, that guy.
Still in the league.
Worst
number
career
one
game.
overall pick.
Worst career game against Joe Alt, and then he
Yeah.
held Max Crosby to also probably his worst career game.
Yeah.
So I'm in if we can get a Joe Alt, that'd be awesome. Tomorrow we play the Jets, Aaron Rodgers and the fellas, who had a kind of weird game against
Is this
Tennessee.
our only primetime?
It feels like it probably
I think
must be.
it is our only scheduled primetime game.
They'll probably
Until
flex us in.
Yeah, they'll probably flex us in when Drake Mays led us to 7 straight wins in Week 12. But any preview stuff for tomorrow night? How do you think that game's going to look?
Yeah, I don't
Bloodbath.
really know what to make of the Jets quite yet.
I don't either. Is it home?
First game, I thought they looked
In New
awful.
York.
And yes, you're playing the Niners, but clearly the Niners aren't all that either because they just lost to the Vikings. What a surprise that was.
Great team.
And that's another interesting game now to watch, by the way. Off topic, but no Debo or no CMC week 4. Upset watch maybe.
I know.
Who knows?
Oh.
And now we've
sticking
played the
with this
Dolphins
one.
without Tua.
I don't know what to make of the Jets yet. Aaron Rodgers clearly isn't the same Aaron Rodgers that he once was, and that's expected with his age and coming off of an injury.
Still throws that ball well.
So, but you never know how he's going to play. I think that's a total wild card. The biggest thing I'm looking for tomorrow is getting Pop Douglas involved because if you have a guy who's coming out, and I'm sure you guys saw the comments he made yesterday or the day before, whenever it was, about how he's frustrated that he's not getting the ball. And he should be frustrated that he's not getting the ball. He's probably their best option at wide receiver. And the wide receiver group as a whole isn't getting schemed right now. So even if you can get him some like bubble screens or some, quick like check downs and see what he can do, he moves with the ball really well. So I think that is something to watch, getting Pop Douglas more involved. Obviously, that Jets defense is tough. It's the toughest one that they've faced so far. So it's going to be interesting to see how Jacoby Brissett does with that. When you have a quarterback who, and no offense to Jacoby Brissett, is so limited in what he can do and in ways that he can beat you. He can beat you by playing smart football and making the right reads. But if they come out in man coverage again, the Patriots had no answer for that man coverage in this game against Seattle because it's tough to beat man coverage when you don't have guys who are fast and good at creating separation and can make plays. The Patriots don't have a lot of guys like that who can make plays. On the other side, Garrett Wilson. So the coaching here is going to be another thing to watch. How do they work against that man coverage? I think the Patriots and Jacoby Brissett are good at working against the zone. They're better at it. So will the Jets shy away from that, knowing that, watching the film from these first 2 games? I'll be honest, I don't think the Patriots win it, but I wouldn't be surprised if they do. Just because, like I said, I thought the Jets should have done way better in that Week 2 game against the Titans, who are, frankly,
hilarious.
Awful.
Hilarious.
They're not good.
Will Levis
doesn't look great.
Awesome.
He's shown some flashes, so he's not in Bryce Young territory, where Bryce Young didn't show any flashes of anything
ever in his career.
Ever in his
One
career.
of Matt's favorite prospects, by the way.
All-time favorite prospect.
Levis, yeah, you like?
No.
Bryce.
The other one.
I think I remember that.
Bryce. I made some claims on the box score that Bryce is probably going to be really good.
I remember that.
Yeah.
But anyway, I thought they should have done better in both of their games, and I thought the Patriots should have done worse in both of their games. Even the Seattle game, it went to overtime.
Seattle's a great roster.
That was I don't know if you guys have seen the stats on this game.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just gonna read them off. Patriots did this in the Seattle game. Had more time possession, 0 turnovers, more than 300 yards, more than 150 rush yards, and less than 3 penalties. That has happened 153 times in NFL history, and only 1 time the team lost.
That was with us.
Yes, 152 and 1.
That was like the Giants stat,
and that is
where
insane.
they scored 3 touchdowns and didn't turn the ball over and lost somehow first time
and
ever.
didn't give up.
Didn't give
I
up
guess both bizarro stats, but that's what happens when you're just too hyper conservative about the way you're going to play football. It's
the 4th and 1 too in overtime. It's I know that's the game,
brutal.
but it's just do it. You know what I mean?
Yeah. That was brutal, and when they punted that away, it's I had no faith in it. Just because of how the defense was getting cooked so bad, and you have Geno Smith, who, say what you want about Geno Smith, he's clutch. He's a clutch guy. He can drive the ball down the field when he needs to get a score. I thought they could have went for it on 4th and 1.
Mm-hmm.
And maybe we'd be talking about the Patriots becoming 3-0. That'd be pretty cool.
That would be cool.
But yeah, I mean, to go back to this Jets game, I think the keys are going to be containing Aaron Rodgers with that pass rush. They've been super aggressive. I mean, maybe too aggressive at some points. Going back to that Seattle game,
the DK play.
When they basically iced it by giving it to Zach Charbonnet on the flat, when they had been running an all-out blitz, sending all that pressure on 3rd and 6. That was an interesting call.
Yep.
So, to say the least. So, how are you going to contain Aaron Rodgers? How are you going to contain Breece Hall, who is obviously, one of the best offensive weapons in the league?
Allegedly.
And Gonzo versus Garrett Wilson. I have no doubt that Gonzo is going to win that matchup.
I do too. Garrett's been quiet.
Just because, why wouldn't he? Right?
Garrett's been I thought Garrett Wilson was going to come in and lighting fires in the league, and he just
listen, guys, I don't want to over-exaggerate here, and I'm not saying this, but this would be like my Florida State fan, I'm going to eat dog shit if the Patriots win this game. There's no way the Patriots win this game.
You think so?
I think the Jets, it's not going to be a blowout.
Almost.
Yeah, well, I don't know about that. It's a Thursday night game. The over-under is 38.5.
Yeah.
So it's not going to be anything crazy, but the Patriots I promise you, there's no chance they win this football game. The Jets are just a way better team. They just are.
But would you have said that about the Bengals, though? Because I think a lot of people said that about Week 1 as well.
You're right. I probably would have been I might even be on record of saying that. Mm-hmm. But looking back on it, seeing the Bengals, how they suck the first 2 weeks, couple weeks of the year, I'd be like, all right, that makes sense. I still would have been so surprised looking back on that, but that is a fair point to be made. Because
I think the Jets have also looked not great. They escaped by the skin of their teeth against Tennessee.
That's true.
It might be worse than New England, truthfully.
I don't think Aaron Rodgers is 40 coming off the Achilles.
He's still, for me, Aaron Rodgers has looked totally fine. His movement obviously is a little limited, but he still makes 6 throws a game where I'm I don't know if any other human can make that.
I just don't love fucking Robert Saleh.
And
Nathaniel Hackett's been been all right, but I don't trust really him either. I don't know. I just think there's no way.
I trust the Patriots to make good reads against a non-mobile quarterback, and I think that's another thing where it's easier for them to game plan because he can only do what he can do, which is make great throws. But the Patriots secondary is really good. Gonzo's obviously doing really well. They still got John Jones and Marcus Jones back there.
That was a tough PI.
Are doing well, and I know John Jones is kind of in some people's doghouse right now. That shouldn't have been a PI call.
That's.
I think all day that's no PI, and apparently he said after the game Tyler Lockett told him it wasn't a flag.
Yeah, I saw that.
It wasn't a flag.
Just crazy.
So,
Tyler Lockett, great guy.
Go easy on John Jones, but the secondary is so good. There's only so much that a great arm can do, albeit a tremendously, all-time great arm, a future Hall of Fame arm.
Yeah.
But I think the Patriots will do a lot better with a quarterback who isn't a threat to run. And we'll see. Nothing in this game would surprise me, oddly enough. It wouldn't surprise me if it was a blowout for the Jets, and it wouldn't surprise me if the Patriots won. I guess if it was a Patriots blowout, that would somewhat surprise you. They come out and win 50-0. But it wouldn't surprise me if it goes really bad, and it wouldn't surprise me if it goes really well, because I just don't think we know enough about either one of these teams to make a definitive call like that just yet.
That's fair. Yeah. If we're down 2 scores, there's just no way we can win a football game.
I would agree. I would totally
agree.
Well,
yeah. That's the whole thing, is that this team isn't built at all to come back from huge deficits, and we haven't seen them have to do that yet.
Yep.
It's all about the start, and they've had really good starts these first 2 games, which has kept them in it. And that's what it's all going to be about, that first quarter. Because you're right. If the Jets come out hot and score 2 touchdowns,
game's over.
It's over.
Yeah, it's you can only run Ramondre Stevenson up the middle or bounce to the outside so many times before they know exactly what's coming.
Yeah. Right.
And Jacoby Brissett hasn't completed any deep passes yet.
No.
I'm trying to think of through the 2 games, has he made any big play that might have been the pass or a dump off?
Might have been the Polk pass for the touchdown.
And I also think there was one Hunter Henry one where it was 10 air yards and then he turned it into 25.
Yep.
Yeah. But that. That's easy to read, especially for a defense that's as advanced as the Jets are.
Yeah.
So
tomorrow would be a bad time for Hassan Reddick to decide he wants to play football.
Yeah, that'd be bad.
That would suck.
The Will McDonald game. He had 3 sacks.
I don't know what's going on with that either. Is he available? Because
no,
I I know a team that could use him.
Yeah, true. I think the only way we win is the same way we beat the Bengals. Is the Bengals just tried to throw away the game, like had bad turnovers in the wrong places.
Turnovers.
Well, right, yeah, and I'm still waiting for that big pick six too. Like I'm still waiting for that big stop that leads to it, like or that big turnover that leads to a score, which I think they're capable of.
Yeah.
But on the flip side, you can't make any mistake. Like the margin of error for the Patriots in every single game is so slim, and we saw that in the Seattle game.
Yeah.
Like you said, like with those stats that they put up, they should have won. But it was just that miscue when DK Metcalf burned and, wide open touchdown. And it was the PI call on the second touchdown.
Yep.
That was another questionable one because it didn't really look like a catchable ball to me.
Do you see Belichick talking about that? He's like, "There's actually no such thing as not."
It was a
They're all
week
catchable
for that.
Like, okay.
There's a couple PIs that were like weird catchable balls.
Yeah, but anyway, those are two huge mistakes that you can't afford to make. So the thing with the Patriots this year is that you have to play as close to a perfect game as you can to win a game, and it's not going to be sexy. It's not going to be fun to watch, but control the line of scrimmage.
That's not what we're here for.
Get first downs, give Ramondre a touchdown or two, and just play really good defense, which also we haven't mentioned this yet. How is that defense going to look without Jawan Bentley? Who's been the leader in tackles for
the year.
He was doing the too.
I've offered to donate both my pectorals if he needs them.
Yeah. I mean, he's he's not an eye-popping guy in terms of like you're like watching him, he's making like huge plays, but like he's so solid at what he does, which is playing really good.
Yeah.
He's the best tackler on the team.
Yep.
He's great at run defense, and just also a true leader. I mean, he's a captain. They picked him to replace Slater to do the celebration in the locker room after. Yeah, and he'll probably still do that. But like that's a really tough loss that I don't think enough people are talking about, both because of his physical play, but also his leadership abilities. On a defense that lost Matt Judon, they're a lot younger now than they were. Right? It's it went from being Matt Judon's team to now it's Gonzo and Keon White. They're the two guys that are running the show, and they're young. Yeah. So a guy like Jawan Bentley, who's there just to keep everything even keel, and is just the ultimate vet and the ultimate selfless guy. That's a really brutal loss that I think will be very noticeable, and I thought it was even noticeable in that Seattle game.
Yeah.
So that's another thing to watch for tomorrow night.
It's time for Josh Uche to come alive. I think.
The Uche.
It might be the Uche game. It might be the Uche game. We've been due. People are talking about like, when's Breece Hall, when's Bijan Robinson going to score? All this. When's Josh Uche going to get on the sack board?
Yeah, fumble tickets to the
crowd. When's Josh Uche going to have 2.5 sacks?
When's he going to have a strip six?
That's what I'm.
He had a good preseason too. So
and I've
been waiting for that, and I'm waiting for that Gonzo pick six, man.
Yeah,
that Gonzo pick six is gonna hit different.
The thing about Gonzo is it might just be I love that. It might just be a Revis situation that one year, which is hilarious. True. I'm comparing him already to one of the best corners we've ever played.
The one thing I will say about Gonzo, while we're on the subject, is his size is a little bit concerning, and his ability to make tackles against guys who are physical, more physical, and that's why I think that's why I was really impressed with the DK Metcalf matchup, is because DK Metcalf is a freak of nature, as we all know.
Yeah.
And I thought he still did a pretty good job against him, but open field tackling does kind of concern me with him just because of his size.
Yeah, fair. Don't want to hear it, but fair.
So fair.
That's all I got.
Yeah, me too. I mean,
I have a feeling that Drake May is going to play earlier than we think because of a Jacoby Brissett injury. I don't want that.
Because of an injury, you think?
He was fighting.
There's been a couple of moments where he's went down a little weird.
For being such a big guy, he is kind of frail, Jacoby, just historically speaking. Like, when has that guy ever finished the season? So
He's older as well.
That's what I mean. I have a feeling we're going to see Drake May a little earlier than we think.
I really hope that doesn't happen because I want him to have time to mentally prepare.
Kind of
on the flip side, I don't know.
He's a gamer. Throw him in the fire.
Maybe if he just gets thrown in the fire, that's for the better. But I would prefer that it stays on their schedule. I trust what they're doing. And if you and like I said before, the proof is the fact that he has the same amount of passing touchdowns as every other quarterback, every other rookie quarterback combined.
Crazy.
And he hasn't played a single minute.
Yep.
So I trust their Drake May development schedule. I know everyone wants to see him. I'm eager to see him. Everyone's eager to see what he can do, but there shouldn't be any rush on here. I think I originally said October. I'll stick by that, But again, it all depends on what's going on with the rest of the team and the results.
Yeah.
And the O-line performance is really everything. Like,
yeah,
can they be at least like decent? Like, they don't have to be like, the prime Dallas Cowboys offensive line, or like, some of the offensive lines, like the best offensive lines that we've seen in the league. It just has to be like serviceable. They can't let up as much pressure as they are right now, because like I said before, if you give that kid not enough time to make his read so early on in his career, it's going to result in costly interceptions, and it's going to result in terrible plays,
and
then you lose your confidence, and then you're looking at
Mac Jones,
who knows, a Mac Jones or a Bryce Young, or whichever bust you want to,
whichever Alabama quarterback you want to make fun
of. It's for real. That's all I got on the Pats.
Yeah, me too, man. Me as well. What do you got after 2 weeks? What are your quick, maybe like a Super Bowl? What are your thoughts? Who do you got?
If the refs keep playing like this, it's got to be KC again.
Yeah, right, I see where we're.
No, I don't know though, because honestly, like with that PI call. It's a tough call, but I don't know if it was the wrong call.
That was a PI.
It was
totally
in the Bengals. Yeah. In the Bengals game. But there were some other calls. And the Ravens game, I thought they were getting bailed out the whole time, because they were calling things on the Ravens offensive line, like illegal shifts or whatever, that just weren't being called on the Chiefs.
To be fair with the Chiefs game, is they had a play negated right before that by the refs. So, they had a bomb to receive.
That is true.
There's always something. They're
the Patriots. They're literally the Patriots.
There's always something.
Yep. AFC Championship, Texans, Chiefs.
Yep. Love it. Chargers?
I don't know.
I know the Chargers working out is the best.
I need to see them play some better competition before I'm ready to say Chargers.
Okay, yeah. That's with me with the Saints.
And then NFC title game.
Saints Vikings.
Got better than us.
I know.
What do you mean? The Saints
exactly.
The Cowboys?
The Saints though. The Saints.
Yeah,
the Saints maybe.
The Saints are
Clint Kubiak though. That I did call. I did call Clint Kubiak.
15 out of 15. No, you had them being the worst team in the league.
But before that I said Clint Kubiak going there is massive, and I wish the Patriots got him. And that was in April, before anyone knew Clint Kubiak's name. But then I did have them going 2-15, so I need them to lose 15 straight games.
Crazy.
I'll go Niners, and see, like the thing with the Packers is like I'm not 100% sold on the Packers yet, but I'll go Packers.
Who's playing quarterback in that game for the Packers?
Dude, Jordan Love might be good to go on Sunday.
Yeah, I think he might play next week.
I don't care.
Either way,
he's
saying there's a QB controversy anyway. Malik Willis.
QB controversy anyway.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Like you think Malik Willis is just gonna outmuscle him?
Maybe. They look pretty good.
People are saying.
Yeah, let's see one more Malik Willis game against a little bit of a better second.
How hilarious is that? Like against the Colts, though, they're like, we're running this ball every play, and the Colts are just not stopping them. It was insane.
My official pick will be, because I just don't want to say the Chiefs. Yeah, I'll go Texans-Niners.
Texans-Niners, love it. My Super Bowl pick was
the Niners are still too good, I think. And I think this could be the year that they finally get it done. They brought Ayuk back. CMC, I mean, unless CMC's out for the year or something. We don't know the full extent of what's going on there.
But Juice check.
And I want to say that the Saints will be like the Saints might finish like that 1 or 2 seed. Dude, I really do think so.
You should. They're going to be 2-4 after week 6.
Yeah, that's if they can beat the Bucs.
Come on. If you beat up on the Cowboys that bad,
the Cowboys
like that's.
I'm out on the Cowboys.
No, they don't.
Dude, the Cowboys are a
regular season Cowboys.
There's so many bad
regular season Cowboys are typically very good, and they look like the real deal. And Kamara looks like he's back to 2019 Kamara.
I know, that's nuts.
It's everything. It all looks too good, and I'm sure I'm forgetting about another NFC team.
Vikings?
Maybe the Lions,
but
Eagles. The Lions had a tough loss. How about the Bucs though?
Bucs are
great.
The
Bucs,
best division in football. People are asking.
People are saying it might be the best
Baker Mayfield resurgence. Yeah, maybe. So
I love.
I don't know. I still think it's too early to tell. I just really don't want the Chiefs to win again because it's boring, and as Patriots fans, we never really understood when everyone was like, we just don't want you guys to win, but it is boring when the same team wins every year. Yeah. It's just lame. And
I would love it. That's why I'm out in the Premier League. That's why I'm out in the Premier League.
Dude, up the Red Devils, by the way. Right?
That was crazy. This kid texted in our Manchester United group chat. He goes, "They might win 7-0 tonight." We won.
They won 7-0. Yeah,
unbelievable.
I did see that.
And they won 7-0. Yeah, I know. I should have. I was thinking I should have done like an exact score prediction bet, put like $5 on it because then
it would have been doing well.
I don't know how much you'd make on that, but
that would have been
very
7-0.
Cool.
7-0. Carabao Cup, here we come.
Yeah, I thought that was
poverty franchise.
I thought that was. I'm not gonna say it, but I thought that was Champions League. Because everyone else played in the Champions League.
Yeah, not us.
Like Liverpool.
That's the thing. It's like everyone else is playing on Champions League. We're playing in the Carabao Cup, but
Who do we
you take the wins you can get, and now they got Crystal
Yeah.
Palace on Saturday.
That's so cool. You guys beat Burley.
String together 3 really good wins,
Yeah.
and we're so back.
I think you guys are not back.
No.
Not back at all.
No.
We'll see. We'll see. Next Sunday against Tottenham, that's a decent test.
Up the chain.
Because then, assuming they win against Crystal Palace this weekend, that'll be like 4 or 5 in a row.
Yeah.
So.
I
And
have my doubts.
then we're cooking.
We're cooking 4 in a row.
Then we're cooking with gasoline. Yeah.
Come on, you devils. I'm just pumped he scored. All right. That's all the time we have. Thanks for joining us, sir.
Yeah, appreciate you for having me, guys. Talk to you soon.
We'll talk to you soon.
Welcome back.
What a great discussion we just had with Jay Top.
That was good. That was
JT.
good. That was JT. That was good. All right. So the NFL, a bunch of stuff has happened. A bunch
Tell
of
me
teams
about
are
it.
2-0 and a bunch of teams are 0-2.
Really?
It's just weird.
How many? Are there a lot of 1-1 teams?
There's a bunch.
That's
if you
so
can believe
wild.
it.
Anything
No one
else?
is tied, actually. We were close. I was thinking maybe your prediction could be.
0-1.
Could be
0-2.
threatening. Yeah, well, it could have been 6-6
It's still
and 6.
6-6 and
The
6.
cards. It could still happen.
Haven't ruled it out.
I have a little. I think you have a similar thing, so we can talk through it. It's just called "Is it legit?" Is the
legit?
record legit?
Look at us bringing segments.
Segments. Is the record adequately reflecting how good the team is?
I think it's still so early in the year to tell, but
It is.
let's see what we got.
But we're speculators.
Do you wanna-
We're prospectors.
I would do that for
The
work.
New Orleans Saints are 2-0.
Yeah.
Are they good?
I mean, good is relative. I think they're great.
Okay. Cool.
No, I think they're a good football team.
Yeah.
Garbage. Why do you hate them so much? I
Because
don't
need
get
my
it.
prediction to be right. No.
Okay.
I think they're fool's gold.
Okay, I mean they scored 45 points both weeks.
Mm-hmm. I think the Cowboys are not as good as people think, and I think the Panthers are the worst football team I've ever seen.
Okay.
So.
I think the Cowboys are a good team.
Now, don't you dare use that logic with me with the Chargers, because I won't hear it.
Okay.
I won't hear it.
Okay. Yeah, the Chargers. Yeah. Okay. The Saints. I don't think it matters in the NFL if you're playing a good team or bad team. If you put up 50 points, like it's impressive.
Right. True.
No
okay.
matter what, because
Okay.
no one else did that, and
Fair.
a lot of other teams play bad teams.
Fair.
And Derek Carr is doing his thing. 15 drives, 15
Point conversions.
points
Points are
scored
happening.
drives.
Yeah. Points
Yeah.
scored drives, yeah.
15 for 15 on getting points.
Yes.
Which is
impressive.
insane.
Shaheed,
Kamara is amazing.
fastest guy in the world. Kamara,
Rashid
he's back.
Shaheed's awesome.
He's back.
And
He's so fun.
their defense is like
Better than I thought.
really good.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So I don't know if really good is the word to use, but
I
who
think
am I
they're
to
gonna be-
evaluate football teams? But vibes wise, it's there.
I think they're going to be 3-3.
Okay.
Eagles,
that.
Falcons, Bucks, Chiefs. Next
Eagles,
4
Falcons,
games.
Bucks, Chiefs. Yeah,
not
I mean it's
great.
tough, but you would have said that the Cowboys are going to beat them.
Yeah, and the Eagles, are they even that good? Are the Falcons even that good? I think the Bucks.
We can
Chiefs
do
are
it. The
good.
Eagles have been a team in my brain where I'm like, this could be the Super Bowl year, and they looked bad against the Falcons.
2-7 in their last 9.
Yeah, I don't know what it is, dude. My brain
bad,
just
bad.
sees teams, and I'm like, that's it.
That's it. There's a lot of glaring holes with them.
Yeah, I know.
Glaring holes.
Oh yeah, defensive
Glaring
line is
holes.
terrible.
Glaring
Terrible,
holes.
terrible, terrible.
Terrible. Coaching terrible.
All
All right, so you think the Saints are legit good?
I think
Playoff
they're, like a legit playoff contender.
I realistically think they're going to be like 9-8. Kubiak's awesome. That's one of
Yeah.
I have 3 things
Every NFC
that I know for a fact after 2 weeks. I can't wait to tell you them.
Okay.
He features
For a
in it.
fact.
No, for a fact. He features
That
in
you
it.
know these for a fact.
Yeah, they're
Okay.
Later on. I'll
Okay.
tease it. That's a tease.
It's a tease.
That's what we call.
Okay.
This sports podcast has been doing this for a while.
We tease
Yeah,
you.
We tease things.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You ready to hear some facts later?
Welcome to the tease show.
We can go to the next thing.
Okay. Panthers 0-2.
Yeah, it's bad.
Legit.
Legit bad.
Legit bad.
Terrible team.
Terrible team. Worst team in pro sports if the White Sox didn't exist?
The White Sox are so bad.
The White Sox are really
Also, I
bad.
think people forget the Pistons lost like 60 straight games this year.
Yeah.
It wasn't 60, but like
something
20?
like that. Yeah,
something
it was a lot.
crazy.
It was a lot, and they almost beat the Celtics. Bryce Young, I'm not writing him off. I'm not. I can't do it. Do you think I have...
He got benched for Andy Dalton.
I'm realizing in all leagues...
Special needs?
Okay. In all aspects of my life,
Yeah.
maybe I have a hard time moving on.
I mean, what are we talking about right now?
Bryce Young.
You said in all aspects of your life.
Oh, yeah, no. Bryce Young.
Do you want to bring up anything else?
No, I just think he might still be good. No
You think he's still good?
No, well...
You can hold on and like
I'm holding on.
be like, this guy could be good down the road. You
Right.
can't.
I don't really get any closure with him.
I'm gonna murder you. You literally can't sit here right now and say he is good.
Not
which
today.
is what you just said.
Not today.
You said he still might be good.
He still might be good in the future.
Okay.
At a future
in
date.
the future, he could be all right.
At a future date.
On a different team.
On a different team, maybe you give him a really good team. I think
Right.
he could be good. With a bunch of historically small offensive linemen.
I mean,
would be good.
Real
would help
people.
Can we help
He weighs like 160 pounds.
He's my height.
Yeah.
Playing quarterback in the NFL. I love it.
Yeah, but so are other people, and they're succeeding.
Not a quarterback.
Kyler Murray.
I know, he's ridiculous.
Best quarterback in the league.
There was a comparison that someone brought up. I think he was on the Ringer. Very smart. So, not my comparison.
Right.
But I want to bring it to your attention because I thought it was
ahead.
smart. They called Bryce Young the Steph Curry coming out of college, like the Steph Curry of the quarterback position. I also called him that, for the record. And then it was like, what is the equivalent of his like Steph Curry's 3-point shot that Bryce Young does?
He does nothing well.
Yeah.
It was maybe like decision making.
Yeah, and like
which is like average.
He also again in Alabama,
short.
he was like, dude, he was really fast, which is like, of course, short players have to be. He like isn't fast. What happened?
No,
what happened to him being
dude,
fast?
well, you just run more in college. I think it's tough to analyze Alabama and like Georgia quarterbacks
really
because they're there just doing their job to win football games.
Yep.
Yeah, it's ultimate. Like Stetson Bennett. I mean, no one was high on him, but like he succeeded just as much as Bryce Young did.
Yep, the
like
average
same
went,
amount,
as you could say, and Bryce Young wasn't that. What's crazy if you look back at that,
he is like
Bryce Young and DJ Uiagalelei were supposed to be like the two greatest quarterbacks of all time coming out of high school.
Yeah,
unbelievable how things change.
I don't know, man.
Unbelievable. Okay, moving on. 0-2 Rams, is that legit? I say yes because their entire team's in the hospital.
Okay, where was your team last year?
I mean, they were injured, but
and made the playoffs.
True. I think 0-2 is legit, but I think as soon as they come back, I'm back on them being.
No, I'm in. I think Aaron Donald is one of the biggest losses for any team, like in the NFL. But I don't doubt that Cook is going to come back. I mean, what was Cooper Kupp's injury?
Not like great. IR, so 4, I think. At least. I saw a play with the rookie from Florida State, who's good, but he's a rookie.
The dude with long hair.
The white guy.
Oh, yes.
There's two of them. There's two Florida State kids, but. It's like he ran like right at Kyler Murray, and Murray and it's like Aaron Donald.
Oh, Jared Verse?
Probably, yeah, Verse. Oh. No. But anyway, Aaron Donald wouldn't have done that.
Yeah, well, Kyler Murray's a tough guy to do anything. No, I trust the coaching. I trust Matt Stafford. I think like they're not going to go like 0-7. I think they're still they're a good football organization. The team on the field right now might not be what they want it to be with young guys. They're like good players are hurt. Like I think all in all they'll figure out a way to win football games, whether it's just like run the ball and do whatever. But I
think they'll end the season really strong.
I don't think it's legit 0-2.
Okay.
Because if we're saying the Panthers is legit 0-2, then the Panthers and the Rams are not in the same boat.
Right.
Yeah.
Ravens 0-2. No, but I'm
weird
concerned.
One. It's obviously tough putting the Panthers in this group.
I know it is. Yeah.
And then
it's like they're definitely 0-2, and it's like the Ravens. Why'd you lose to the Raiders?
Right.
How did that happen?
I don't know. That's just football, dude. The NFL sucks.
And it's like Derrick Henry's been pretty good.
Yeah, Lamar's
and you look
been
at their team,
right.
like everything looks like it's been pretty good, and then it's like, how'd they lose? You know?
Yeah, I don't
and
know.
then we might look up and the Ravens might be 4-2, and we're like, okay, they're fine.
Yeah, sometimes teams just start slow.
Lamar said we need to get our mojo back.
Need to get your mojo back. It could be like a wake-up call for a Super Bowl, maybe?
Could be.
Super Bowl.
Only 2 times in John Harbaugh's 16-year career with them, they've gone 0-2.
Yeah, the first time since like 2002 that
absurd
reigning MVP has started 0-2.
Wow. Crazy.
So that's crazy stuff.
Crazy.
Good for the Lamar haters like you are.
No. Lamar realist. I'm a Lamar realist.
Okay. All right.
Bengals are 0-2.
Bengals are 0-2, which seems to be like I'm not as worried about them than I am the other teams because they seem to always start that way.
I'm not. Yeah, so I think no.
But they've started that way the past 2 years.
Last year didn't go that well,
and the year before didn't either.
Yeah, I mean they made the playoffs. They were like 12-4, 11-5.
Really?
I think they were like 11-5.
What do I know?
Yeah, but they were 9-8 last year. Again, they kind of outplayed the Chiefs, so I'm like, I'm in. I think
it's tough to outplay the Chiefs.
They always give the Chiefs fits too. It's like no matter what. So I think. I don't know about them.
There's no
I don't
panic
think they're
button
horrible.
there.
There's no panic.
There's
no panic. There's no panic.
Same with the Ravens. You have an MVP level quarterback, a good coach. You got the guys. Like you know what your team identity is. It's just like shaky start. That's just football. Yeah. I think there's no worry there. It's not like I'd say the panic button's more out for the Rams because you got an old quarterback. Your weapons are all hurt, and you don't know the team's identity without a good defense. So it's tough. But those two, like, I'm not worried about them.
Chargers on the flip side, they're 2-0. Is that legit?
Right. Yeah, I mean, it's legit.
They're so
You
good.
love them.
I love the Chargers.
I don't hate them.
I love everything about the Chargers. Let me be real about the Chargers. When it comes to like they're gonna need a little extra to win some games.
Yeah.
They're just not gonna be able to do it because I just don't think they have the personnel yet.
Yeah,
but
but
boy, are they're not gonna beat themselves, and they are gonna run you to death.
That's the thing. They're going to score 17 points a game, and there's like the Chiefs are going to come to town and put up 30 on them, and then it's like, what do we got? We can't come back. But Herbert is the guy where he can make stuff happen. Like if we had
that
Herbert,
is the X factor.
Yeah,
it's
that's
like
the
I don't know
X
if they have an X factor. Well, they have Justin Herbert.
But the thing is, I mean, shout out Quentin Johnston caught 2 tutties this week, but what do you really have as far as electric factor?
Right.
Not much.
And shout out J.K. Dobbins for being good, but I'm still,
He
J.K.
also
Dobbins.
I'm skeptical of those stat lines because he's leading the league in rushing, but he has half the snaps of everyone else. So like obviously he's going crazy, but is that sustainable? I don't know. I don't think so. But that'd be awesome if it was.
In terms of and Derwin James is great. Harbaugh's
Yeah, he's a guy's guy.
He's the best.
Football
In terms of team building, the whole having Justin Herbert obviously helps, and then like just 2 really amazing tackles. It's like,
Yes.
wow, that's
I know.
so much.
Yeah.
Because then it's like, what if they just go get like the 3rd best receiver in the draft? They'll probably be awesome.
I know. They definitely could be. I don't think they'll be anything special this year, but they're definitely on the right trajectory.
I think they're gonna
I
make
could
the
see
playoffs.
Super Bowl 3 years from now.
Yeah, I think they're gonna make the playoffs this year, and like the game, they're gonna lose the first game, but it's like gonna be an ugly game.
Oh yeah.
On the road.
It seems like every game is going to be ugly for them.
Yeah, true.
Yeah.
Bills, they're 2-0.
Yeah, I don't think that's fake at all.
Legit good.
Yeah.
2-9 since Joe Brady got there. Interesting stat. Josh Allen, remember when the Brian Dable years, was cooking. Appears to be cooking.
I know.
again.
He is cooking.
I was low on the Bills coming into the season for no reason.
Well, you said they don't have a wide receiver to throw to.
They lost some people.
And you forgot about
you
their
were like,
2 tight ends and Khalil Shakir.
And James Cook's really good.
James Cook's awesome.
I was so impressed. I think I was most impressed by their
That
win.
is so crazy that you were down on the Bills because they had no weapons, but high on the Chargers and they had no weapons.
Yeah, well, I'm just because I was like, Sean McDermott, and I love the tackles.
Yeah, but you really think he was going to lose like after 9/11?
True. That's a good point.
Yeah.
That's Sean
Especially
McDermott's
while
thing.
this war stuff's going
I know,
on in
that's Sean
Palestine.
McDermott. That's McDermott's thing.
Yeah.
That's McDermott's thing. 2-0, I was so impressed with them. I know Tua got hurt like later in that game, but they just owned that game.
Yeah.
In Miami.
Yeah.
Owned it. Owned it.
They
Owned
feel
it,
like
really
they're at
did.
the level where you lose. I don't want to say Stephon Diggs was like the toxic factor, but like you lose that aspect
Addition
of
by
like
subtraction, maybe.
right. You lose the aspect of like a team that's on the rise, but there's still some flaws where you're like, I don't know about these receivers, like our defense is in it, and now it seems like all the guys have one like-minded goal and they're all there.
Yeah,
so
I agree.
Hopefully that can stay happening because I love Josh Allen.
Vikings are 2-0.
It's awesome.
Sam Darnold.
Sam Darnold.
That pass.
Really tough time to be a Panthers fan. Really tough time. Baker's balling. Sam Darnold's balling.
God. I mean, that pass, we had Anthony Richardson in week 1. That pass to Jefferson. I know Jefferson did a lot after the catch, but I was like, oh my God.
From their own end zone.
From their own end zone.
Yeah.
That's where it was.
People forget
impressive.
he's like 25.
He is not old at all.
Yeah.
And
I
oh
think
my
he
God,
literally
what a
might be
prospect he
25 or
was.
26.
It's like those guys where, I hope Anthony Richardson succeeds, but it's like, you have all these physical tools. Like, certainly in some situation, they're going to do okay.
Who, Sam
right?
Darnold?
Yeah. Like, you have all these, like, he's massive, has a great arm, and, like, at some point,
He's
it's gonna
really,
be okay.
really, really good looking.
Yeah, sure. Yeah, no,
For
that's
physical tools.
Physical tools, yeah, of course. But is it just Josh Dobbs?
Yeah, it's the Josh. I mean,
is it just Josh Dobbs? I was like, I don't know about Kevin O'Connell. I think Kevin O'Connell's pretty.
I
good
think
coach.
he's a good coach as well.
I think he's pretty good.
When you have a good coach and a quarterback that can just do the job, like not make negative plays. That's where I think we're at with Jacoby Brissett. Is like he's not making any negative plays.
No.
So we're gonna be in a football game.
And then you have that with Sam Darnold, plus like every now and then I'm just gonna throw a ball 80 yards.
Yeah, and I got a couple.
So hopefully Justin Jefferson doesn't hurt that long. But so legit 2-0, legit good.
I'm gonna say no because if they lost 5 in a row, no one would be surprised.
Yeah.
And if the Bills lost 5 in a row, everyone would be like, "What the fuck?"
Yeah. True.
So I'm gonna say no. I think if the Saints lost 5 in a row, people would be like, "I could see that," but like I thought this team
what a shock.
had a little bit more.
Yeah. The Vikings also it's like they beat the 49ers. Interestingly enough, the 49ers have not won a game in Minnesota since 1992.
Yeah.
Interesting.
I know.
So maybe they just have the Niners number. Maybe they're not that good. I'm gonna go maybe.
I'm gonna say
it might be legit.
I'm gonna say not legit.
Okay. Nice. Way to make a statement.
Yeah.
I haven't agree, disagree.
Fuck you, Vikings.
The Vikings, Chargers, and Seahawks will all make the playoffs.
Vikings, Chargers, Seahawks.
Saints, not the Seahawks.
Okay.
Which, I mean, they're also 2-0. But the Vikings, Chargers, and Saints will all make the playoffs.
Vikings, Chargers, and Saints will all make the playoffs.
Agree, disagree.
Okay, disagree.
I disagree too.
Yeah.
I think 2 out of 3 of them could.
Yeah, I think the Chargers will be right around the playoff bubble. It's tough to... The AFCs are so many solid teams that...
like Pittsburgh.
And you're not going to win the division.
They're playing Pittsburgh this week, by the way, which will be interesting.
That'll be a low-scoring game.
That'll be 6-3.
Taking the under.
Yep.
You're not going to win the division in the AFC West, so it's like you got to fight for that wild card spot.
Yeah.
One of the 3, or was it 3, right?
Yep.
Yeah, 3. So I'm going to say it's unlikely.
Unlikely. Okay. I have guys of the week.
I have some more teams that I was wondering
Okay,
about.
sweet. Let's talk about them.
Bucks, good?
Bucks are good.
Bucks are good.
The Bucks are good.
Yeah.
The Bucks are good. I mean, you
agree.
just have
Baker's good.
Chris Godwin's really good.
Chris Godwin's awesome. Mike Evans, Rashad White, kind of hurt groin.
It seems like it was.
He hurt his groin
Okay, yeah.
in the football game.
In the football game, right?
Hurt his groin.
I mean, look, they were great last year. They gave the Lions fits in that playoff game, and Baker's back being Baker.
Yeah, which I thought he was gonna kind of fall off because what's
Canales.
And
Now with the Panthers, I don't know if you've heard of them.
yeah, I know.
Doing a
That's
bang
why I was
job
kind of
on
high on the
That
Panthers. Remember that?
Yeah.
Bad question mark the Colts.
Colts might be bad.
People were kinda high on the Colts.
I think Gus Bradley's their D coordinator. When has
Okay.
Gus Bradley been good at coaching ever? That was a remarkable defensive performance from them. Like Malik Willis.
Oh my God, yeah, I know. But
One,
the Packers,
I thought this guy was out of the league, and they traded for him like last week,
yeah,
and he destroyed them.
I
That is
know.
insane. I don't even care about Anthony Richardson.
Dude, the
Anthony
NFL
Richardson can
I'm
throw
not-
as many picks as he wants. I think he's just really raw. The defense was insanity.
the
Jeff
NFL is
Hadley.
just all over the place. Where it's like
It is.
anyone can win a game at any time, which is
In any way.
any given.
The
Sunday.
Packers
It
were
really
like,
is any given.
shout out
Sunday.
Matt LaFleur, because he was like, we're just going to be a high school team this week. We're just going to be a high
We're just
school
gonna be a
team.
Big Ten football
And
team.
we're going to do it every play. And you're not going to do
worked.
anything.
It worked. You have your guys of the week.
I think they're bad, but not because of Anthony Richardson.
Okay.
The Colts.
Yeah, I think they're fun.
Yeah, they are fun.
I think they're fun.
They are fun. They're fun watch.
They have like 5 fun receivers.
You're going to want to put that game on.
Yeah.
Whatever it is.
The Overs Club.
Yeah. My guys of the week, Brock Bowers. Awesome.
Yeah, guy.
Awesome. He needs to catch a touchdown. Keon White, just because he needs to.
He's a guy.
He's just
4
a guy.
sacks.
Like sack and a half last week.
What's his name? Aiden Hutchinson almost broke the Lions sack record in a game.
That should probably be
On your list.
on my list.
Yeah.
I only have 3. I wanted to keep it to 3. But
Okay.
in reality, Aiden Hutchinson over Keon White.
Yep.
Then I have Marv.
Maserati.
Just a 4 for 130 and 2 tutties.
Yeah.
What a definition
4
of the
for
NFL. This
130.
guy was a bust.
Yeah,
This guy
first
was a
2
bust.
catches, 2 tutties.
This guy was a bust. After
1 catch for
week
4 yards. I want it to be noted on the record
Mm-hmm.
that I put up 187 fantasy points
Oh my
in a
God.
12-man league.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
I put up so many and lost. I would have beat any other team besides you. Was that our league?
You put up like 120.
No, like 140, I think.
No, I think you had 122.3.
That doesn't sound right. Well, whatever. I don't want to hear it. I have a bunch of points for and I'm 0-2.
I actually remember that because Benno was like, dude, Matt's team put up a ton, and I checked, and I was like, he's going to lose by 60. I think it's because what's his name was on your bench.
Who? QJ?
Quinton Johnston.
No, he played.
And you just you had him on your bench.
Oh, yeah.
And you just in your brain were like points.
Yeah,
He was
that's
on
true.
your-
No, I started someone else who did well, and Wolfie
Okay,
was like,
nice.
whatever.
All right, do you want to do my awards of the week?
Please.
Okay. Some of them are people. Some of them are just random cool things I've discovered on Twitter.
Okay, sweet.
First, I'm gonna do Suicide Watch Player of the Week.
Bryson.
Probably Joe Burrow.
Okay, yeah.
It's just like another loss
Mm-hmm.
to Mahomes in Arrowhead in a terrible way.
Yeah.
If you watch that game and you watch the replay of him watching the pass interference, he was like, we're doing this again.
It's horrible.
And then he walks out and Pat Mahomes just like, hey man, like penalty, whatever. That's just
He might be a guy like 20 years where we're like, damn, I wish Burrow got one.
yeah.
It's like he
I know.
never
He
got
might be
one.
like, or he might get one.
Yeah.
And it's like, oh.
The last season
Yeah.
or something. He's not even good, just carried by his defense, and it's like the best thing ever.
Yep. I have cute little guy of the week.
Okay,
Kyler Murray. The only quarterback in the league with more than 4 touchdowns and no interceptions. Only quarterback.
Which is crazy,
He's
first
awesome.
of all. And just watching him scamper around is
It's-
awesome.
Dude,
it's great for the league.
The thing is, when he's playing amazing, it's so much fun.
He's so
and the
fun.
Cardinals are awesome because
He's
their
so
defense is
fun.
mediocre and they'll put up points.
You forgot how much people love him.
That game was
when he's
awesome.
good. And
I
then it's
know.
like, why did they put that video game clause in his contract?
Coming out October 28th.
Oh,
The new
boy.
Black Ops, something
Okay.
like that. October something.
Okay.
So
All right, enjoy it while it's here.
enjoy while it's here.
Enjoy while it's
Bisexual of the week,
Oh, this should be good.
Scott Matlock.
Okay, what do we got here? It's
Yeah.
Bisexual Awareness Week, by the way. So,
Shout out.
shout out you.
Not me. Shout out you.
No, shout out you.
I'm not bisexual.
Okay.
Scott Matlock, though, because he plays both sides.
Oh, he does?
Yeah.
Nice.
He had
Travis Hunter.
Yeah, that also would have worked.
Okay. You went with Scott Matlock.
You know who that is?
No, I don't.
The ginger fullback for the Chargers.
Oh,
such
that
a big
guy,
Chargers
yes.
guy. You don't know Scott Matlock.
I know. Sorry.
45 offensive snaps, 23 defensive, and 29 special team snaps. So he's
sweet.
just everywhere.
Yeah, so sweet.
Bisexual of the week.
Okay.
What?
Nothing. Just shake my head at the camera.
Medically as close to death as you can get person of the week.
Okay.
Any guesses?
Tua.
No, Jimmy Carter.
Okay.
Turning 100 soon.
Okay.
I think has medically been dead.
Yeah, for a little while.
For a little while.
We can put that guy down.
I think he dies like every other day. And
Okay.
they wake him back up.
And they're like, oh, nope, we got him
He's
still.
alive.
Shocker. He's
Damn.
still here.
Yeah.
Yeah, all right.
What else do I got? Quote of the week
Quote of the week. Let's hear it.
from Jim Harbaugh. Came out today. Like Moses, I'm going to die leaning on my staff.
He said that.
When asked about the importance of his coaching staff.
Like
Moses, I'm going to die leaning on my staff. That is a Hall of Fame quote. That is the best quote maybe in sports history.
He's the best. I can't stop sending around his video. He's like, yeah, I like guys that like football.
Yeah,
and if you don't like football, then I usually don't like you. If you like football, I like you a lot.
I need to get
I
you
can't
a
stop
video.
talking about guys that like football.
I need to get you a video of that.
Badly.
Like Moses, I'm going to die leaning on my staff.
It's so tough.
That's awesome.
He definitely said it in the like Moses, I'm going to die leaning on my staff.
Yeah.
Oh, it's so good.
All right, what the fuck stat of the week?
Sure.
This is for this upcoming week.
Mm-hmm.
The average quarterback age in the Oklahoma State-Utah game
It's like
is
25.
49.
Oh,
Combined. I said average. The
Yeah.
combined age is 49. The average quarterback age in the Colts-Bears game is 44.
Combined again. But
Combined.
yes.
I said average again.
Yes.
I'm losing it. I am losing it. It's
44.
Yeah.
Crazy.
5 years younger, which is our combined age as well.
Don't tell me that. 44.
Yeah.
Crazy. Still not as high as the Utah Oklahoma State. So
5 years.
5 years.
Yeah.
Those are adults playing. Those are grown-ups. Those are
we're
insurance
grown-ups
salesmen.
and we play.
Yeah, we play.
We play.
We play.
They probably don't have the original sports podcast.
Probably not. Good for
Since we're
Cam Rising though on the fellas.
And then I have one that was just bad list of the week. Like, you know how things come out where it's like, oh, team rankings, quarterback rankings.
Yeah.
This one's ranking offensive play callers through week 2.
Okay.
And, I mean, just to name a few, Arthur Smith is 9.
Why?
But this is, I guess, according to this Twitter user, some random guy, it's like literally on stats through the first 2 weeks of like trying to break it down analytically.
Yeah.
I don't fucking know. It's too much.
Too much. It's too much.
Too much. Kevin Stefanski's dead last.
Good.
Somehow. Ben Johnson 17th.
Okay.
Kingsbury 15th. McDaniel 16th. And then, Arthur Smith. Alex Van Pelt's 11th.
Who's won?
Matt LaFleur. And then Clint Kubiak.
Okay.
And then Nathaniel Hackett.
Weird.
Yeah. So, I don't know.
Weird.
Could be something to that.
Could be something like that. I don't know.
Joe Brady 7th.
Nice.
Yeah. Sean Payton 26. Is Sean Payton terrible?
It seemed the play calling because I like Bo and I'm seeing the play calling. Also, to be fair, I watched a lot of that game. Bo Nix had like 5 passes that were just blatantly dropped, and I was like, "What is going on? They're gonna kill this kid." And like, it was 4 of them were by the same guy, that tight end. They just kept dropping balls. I was like, "Dude, brutal."
Yeah,
but
I think he sucks.
QB. I don't think he sucks yet because I think his team is really bad.
I think he's gonna end up being like one of the worst rookie quarterbacks.
Don't say that.
Okay, I won't.
They're all gonna be special.
All 3 of them.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yep.
That was amazing.
Thanks, man.
I have a touchdown.
What do you have?
Touchdown bet. You don't get to hear it. I'm
Okay,
gonna tell
cool.
them. I'm going to tell them.
I won't listen.
Don't listen. This is Bijan Robinson to score against Kansas City.
What is this?
Minus 140. Don't listen to him. He has yet to score. I feel like he's so due. Especially Kansas City. I feel like their defense is great.
He's on pace for 2,000 rush yards and no touchdowns.
I heard he's on pace for 2,000 rush yards and no touchdowns. I don't know who said that though.
Per the should we talk about Woj?
Woj also retired. Brock Bowers versus the Panthers, plus 320 against the Panthers, and Bowers is Brock Bowers.
Well, he's a rookie quarterback.
Then we have
rookie tight end. He's played 2 games.
Then we have Chris Olave versus Philadelphia. Their defense is so suspect. I feel like Olave's due, especially in that offense. That's plus 155.
What team
combined, plus 1736. $10 wins you 173.
What's your projected record for them?
I'm back.
Are you gonna brag about your
What's that?
your last touchdown bet?
What's that? Oh my God, yeah.
Matt hit a big one and didn't share it with the people.
I had a big one. Didn't share the money. What is this?
No, share the
Soviet
bet.
Union.
Share
I
the
know.
bet.
What was 4 touchdown scores? I think it was Mason
Rudolph.
Mason Rudolph. It was Mason, Rudolph to score to get the lead spot in the sleigh this year. plus 120. Usually
What
happens.
is that guy's name?
I forget the rest, but it was 4 touchdowns.
Okay.
And it was electric. Won me a bunch of money. First big bet I've won in a while. I was with Ben, and he was like, I was like not hype about it at all.
Yeah.
He was like, dude, what just happened?
Yeah.
If I had saw the Jordan Mason touchdown, was like a 12.
Jordan Mason, that's who it was.
It would have been sweet.
Yeah, I've retired.
Okay, cool. I'm going to give you 3 statements that are absolutely true.
Wait, are these the 3 facts?
3 facts, yeah.
You're just letting the people get it for free?
Yeah, well, Patreon.
Right.
Patreon.
All right.
3 statements that I'm absolutely sure are true
Number
in the
1.
NFL. After week 2 of the NFL.
Number 1.
Bryce Young is not the future of the Panthers.
Okay, we're doing this again.
We've
talked enough about him.
That's number 1. We don't
Number 2.
Every team just needs to hire someone from the Shanahan McVay tree. Please do that.
So true.
We have Clint Kubiak of the Saints, obviously. We have Matt LaFleur of Green Bay, who's killing it. We have KOC with the Vikings. We have even D'Amico with Houston.
Yeah.
Part of that tree. I also added, just for fun maybe, someone from the Harbaugh tree. Because Jim Harbaugh's 2-0 and Mike McDonald's 2-0.
And John Harbaugh is...
We don't talk about it.
Okay.
This other one.
Really?
Third one, that's true, number 3.
Okay.
Give me
number... What are number?
3.
Number 3.
Thank you. It's really hard to play QB well in the NFL.
Okay.
These are 3 things that I know to be true.
Running back on the Bryce Young thing.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know. Kyler Murray.
It's really hard.
Perfect.
Was that a purpose?
No. Perfect passer rating. Pervert.
What?
Pervert.
Bryce Young is a pervert. No. That's all I got.
Perfect passer rating.
Matt's
Perfect
top
QBR. What's the difference between those?
I don't know. One of them is one of them can be like 150 and one of them isn't over 100.
Yeah, QBR is not over 100 passer rating.
Passer rating can be like 138.6.
No,
like
158.7 or something like that.
Something absurd.
And that's what Kyler had.
Top 10. Chiefs, Texans, Bills, Chargers, Lions, Saints, Bucks, 49ers, Vikings, Cardinals.
Okay, wow. That came at me quick. I don't know how to analyze that. I don't know a single team you said.
Chiefs 1.
Chiefs,
Texans 2.
Texans.
Oh.
Oh.
On the Texans?
Yeah.
How impressive is CJ Stroud?
He's awesome. It's really easy to play quarterback in the NFL.
That's what I mean. It's not, though. It's not.
Okay.
How about him talking to Caleb Williams, by the way, a month older than Caleb Williams only.
And Caleb Williams is like, fuck off.
Fuck off. And he was like, dude, like he's a 20-year vet.
Yeah.
It is. As all these rookie quarterbacks continue to be horrible, he just continues to get more and more impressive.
Yeah, he was trying to be like, dude, Caleb, like, you just got to stick with your
Stop
stuff.
taking hits.
Everything
like,
you need's inside you already.
You've already done
and
it.
Caleb was like, yeah, bro, whatever, fuck off.
Yeah, look at my
Check
nails.
my nails. That's what I was thinking too.
Yeah.
All right, number 3, number
Easy
4.
to hate. 4 Chargers.
I mean, what are you gonna if they lose a game? Just hypothetically, this year, if they were to lose a game, why don't you have a future on them if you love them so much?
I don't know. I'm not a gambler.
You literally
Honestly, because I would jinx them. I would jinx them.
You would jinx them if they were to lose a game.
Yeah.
Against the Steelers this week, 7-6.
Yeah.
What would you still be like? They're amazing.
Probably not, dude.
Okay, you're just gonna go one game by game.
Oh, I'm sorry. I can't change my opinion based on new information presented to me.
No, you can't.
I can't.
It's called sticking with your guns.
No. My guns are gender fluid. And on that note,
all right,
that's the podcast. We have the Lions at 5, Saints at 6,
yeah, whatever.
Bucks, 49ers, Vikings, Cardinals.
Yeah, I lost it the last 10 minutes. If
You'll
we're doing
never-
a quick post,
You'll never lose me.
Okay, I cannot. Little post podcast interview. We should start doing those, but put them in the podcast.
Okay.
Yeah. How is your thing still working if you close your computer?
Oh no.
I also have my own microphone.
Yeah, it's working.
How's your performance today on the field in the studio? Do you think you covered all your, everything you want to cover?
I think I did okay. Slipped into a little bit of my old habits every now and then, bringing up, things I shouldn't have.
Bryce Young, your ex-girlfriend?
No, that was never confirmed. But, other than that, pretty solid day.
Okay.
We had a good guest. I'm
All
happy
around,
with that.
great guest was great.
Yeah,
I feel like whenever it's just you and me, we don't say a single thing. Now that we've had a couple guests on and we really cover some information.
Some real information.
Yeah,
That's why we have the guests. We're facilitators.
We just passed the ball.
We literally
John Stockton.
We're John Havlicek'ing it. We're Johning it.
Okay. That was your post.
How'd you do? Tell me about the girl you like.
That is all we got for the show. We will see you guys next week for episode 80.
Wow.
Wow, we're getting old.
Yeah.
Yeah.
See you later.